The Hebrew text in the Bible has hidden formats. By revealing these formats, I will prove the first writer's words were hidden from you. These formats look like poetry as I group them into small paragraphs. Their grouping will become known as a psalm, and together they become psalms. Let me show you our Creator's 12 commandments, listed in Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 through 17. Any father of a family or his wife who did not obey any one of these 12 commandments, our Creator demanded they bring him a sin offering. Thus, our Creator defined the word sin as not obeying any one of these 12 commandments. Next, I want to show you how I changed one word in Exodus 26, verse 26, the word bars to arches, and the words now reveal the style of the roof for our Creator's tent for meeting with Him. Let me show you the translator's words from the preface of the 1611 King James Bible. They gave 4 reasons for themselves or others to edit the Bible's words. The red arrow at the top points to their 3rd reason to edit the text. By the light and feeling we attained unto ourselves. The next red arrow down points to them giving the title, the Divine, to a clerk named Gregory. The next block of words, they point out they were happy that the first emperor of Rome established the year to the course of the sun. Behind this text means Nebuchadnezzar ordered his kingdom to follow our Creator's calendar when he stopped eating grass. The last arrow points to your reward for studying the Bible. Your reward is to have a fellowship with the saints and participation of a heavenly nature that will never fade away. There is no such thing as nature to a truthful Christian. Our Creator created everything. Not everyone has the knowledge to correct every word. I have an old Bible program that has the New American Standard Bible 1977 concordance to help find a better word. Their concordance has the number of times they use that English word in a parenthesis for that Hebrew word. The translators removed his name, YHVH, to put in 2 titles, Lord and God. I replaced those titles using the letters Y and V as his name, for the Hebrew language does not have a J, O, or W. By using these 2 letters, I am closer to the truth than anyone using J, O, or W for his name. No proper English was used. The blue highlighted text is text that I am removing. The red highlighted words are little words that I'm adding. Gray italic words are words that I added. To respect and honor our Creator, all capital letters in purple are our Creator's words. This is Jesus' prophecy, for I am revealing the first writer's words to tell you the true truths about Jesus. Their words will take your belief to trusting our Creator. You will be watching prophecy before your eyes as I edit true truths back into their psalms. All right, this will be chapter 11, and let me go through what I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. That's right above my head. And what I do is I end up coming up with verses like this, and they're very unique. So it's this starts out as a 3-verse format, then there'll be a 4-verse format. But you'll see that there's going to be a statement here, and then these 2 connect to make a paragraph, and then makes a larger paragraph. So, but as I go through here and just scroll down to show you what I've done already in Jeremiah, and this is, I use lettering like this to honor and respect our Creator. But I have the chapters divided right now, but all this text is going to go into one large book that I'm making, and that book is going to have all the first writer's hidden formats in it. So right now the order of the text that I've got is right here. I'm going to show it to you here so you can take some screenshots, and then later I will turn that off, and then that way you can see my expression of like, what am I reading? Okay, let me take a drink here real quick. This is chapter 11. Words which came to Jeremiah from YHVH's saying. Well, whoops, I forgot my cheat sheet here on my lap here. I'm sitting in a lazy boy chair, and that way the arms are big enough to have two mice on both sides. Okay, yeah, the mic is working. That should have cut out. Words not came through. And I'm going to put it this way because I don't like the word which here. The words came. And this is what I do to throw out a word. And since I'm replacing that word, even though it's going to be a major word, I'm going to use that word instead. Words, this would be S. This is our creator speaking, so I got to make sure that respect him at all times. So this has to be words came through Jeremiah from YV. Now, usually it isn't that he is saying something. He's usually prophesying. So if I can come back and if I'm seeing that he's prophesying from YV, a prophecy, so I would be saying that, not that he's saying these. He's going to write it as if he's going to say this. Now, who is Jeremiah? Before I forget, I should let you know who Jeremiah is. Jeremiah is the last prophet that we know of at this time here when they go into Babylon. He appears by the text so far in the 13th year of this guy that he shows up as a prophet declaring things. So what I'm going to tell you is that he stays in the land, and if you see this, he's going to be 65, 60, closer to 70 years old before he dies. Maybe he only lives 5 years, because this would be 35 plus. Let's say, what time does our Creator send a prophet? At what age? We have no idea, but if we just say 15 to 20, and he shows up in the 15th year, so he's 13 years here. And then if I add 3 here, that makes him 20, plus that puts him 70 years old. That's a long time, especially in their text. Anyways, Israel is already gone, and he's a prophet at this time. Okay. Hear the words of this covenant. I changed the word from covenant to promises because our Creator promises through many different males over time, starting with that we know of really well, Noah. Now, he gives Noah a promise that he starts saying a covenant. No, that's with Abraham. He starts, and he says, I'm going to start a covenant with you, and then it turns into everlasting covenant. But when you see that you can say the word covenant at that time, but every time he adds to it, it's adding another promise. So if depends on how this text is going to go. So if you're going to hear the words, you don't need this right? I mean, that's pretty obvious. To inhabitants are usually the word races, because at this time, many people come from different lands, and they started living in the land Israel. Probably a few, maybe even like 600 years, they were coming in and buying, which is against our Creator, by the way. It wasn't supposed to be sold. And to the races in Jerusalem. So I'm adding this. I gotta make these closer together and put them so my thumb doesn't have to reach the ones I use so much. Two, it has to be priests or rulers or leaders. Okay. So, and say to them thus, says YV, this is going to be changed to creator of Israel. This is the nation Israel. Now this is telling me it's like this because when I read this separate. Cursed is man who does not heed the words of this covenant. Okay. This would again of my promises or the covenant. I could use the word covenant here, but having to make sure you know that it is his promise, which I commanded with your forefathers. Okay, that's right. The day they brought them out of the land of Egypt. Okay, so this is going to be a 3 verse as well. From an iron furnace, that's true. That's over salted words there. The day that he led them. He didn't. He led them. The day. The day I led them out. I've got to put the word out here. Out of the land of Egypt. It just reads smoother that way. Out the land for Egypt. Our Creator has told us that He is the one who assigns the land to whoever He wishes. He tells that, we learn that in Daniel, especially when Nebuchadnezzar wakes up eating grass. So now what I have here, out of the land for Egypt, not which I commanded, it has to be the agreement. The words of this covenant were agreed by your forefathers, not commanded. So that needs to be removed. So this covenant was, I need the word was here, was agreed by your forefathers the day I led them out of the land of Egypt. Yes, he made it in the Sinai. So cursed is man who does not heed the words of this covenant. Now, the words of the covenant, I guess I got to bring that up just so you're filled in on what the covenant is, or the agreement, or what they agreed on. And that are these here. These are the 12 commandments that you find in Exodus 20, verses 1 through 17. And you'll see that it starts off that he'll speak from his cloud on that day I came and spake to all our people, and talks about him trembling. But later in I think it's 20, just below this was stated that after he tells them, and then you will become my nation, and then you always be, I will always lead you. The title Lord comes into effect here. And bless you, and you'll always live on this land if you stay true to these. These, if they did not obey, needed a sin offering. So therefore, there are only 12 sins. But that is why his house was set up, was for them to stay on the land to begin with. Then it was that there was going to be a king that was going to be given all the people from any kingdom, and that is said at Abraham's time when he's making this covenant or promise to become promises. And this is what he's telling them right now, that who man is cursed who does not heed the words in my, in all this, it doesn't need, because we need to know what they are, and they are the commandments. Okay, so now that we've correctly know that this is wrong, and then this gets like this does this. Who does not heed the words in my commandments was agreed by your forefathers on the day that I led them out of Egypt. Okay, so this means he is the creator of Israel, and here Israel needs to be recognized as the whole nation, and that will be all caps, all bold, and that way whenever you see it this way, you know they're not a divided nation, and yet our Creator does talk to them all the time as they're all one. But it is he created them, so I have to use the title creator. Now, I used to go through and look these all up, but that just takes me too much time. So you'll see in my videos, or previous to this, our creator, it will say that, I'll show you what I was doing and how I located them, but it's just too much time right now. Okay. So this being a 3 verse and this being a 3 verse. I can't really throw out the top verses yet. But see, it is a 3 verse. If I say to them, that means those two. So, okay, these two are going to go. And I still don't know if it's prophesy. Now this is my commandments again. So here, because I know he's going to be talking, it makes sense that it would be my words of this commandments of hear the words of the 12 commandments. Hear my words about the commandments. The word this needs to be about. About. And that's too far away from the word this, so I'm going to say I literally am adding that. Hear my words about my commandments again. So what am I waiting for? Hear my words about my commandments. Now, is man meaning leaders of Judah? Or is it meaning mankind? These two are together. And he's already saying this. And then it starts this way, and it's stuck here. You are to say to them, okay, I'm going to get rid of this because this is being said up here. And I'd still have to change this word to what it is. This, we know, I instinctively know that. And the more you get to it, you'll be understanding that they too at that time knew exactly what this meant. So say to them, though. So it's kind of say twice. So I'm going to get rid of this. And then just keep this text here. Hear my words about my commandments. Could I put it as Judeans? Because the word Judeans is defining the word Jews later. So I guess I have to edit this now correctly to be a 3-verse. I need more information before I can do this. Oh, I command you, so you'll be my people. I'll be your God. No, this is not it. He told him he was creating the nation Israel, not in order to confirm. to confirm the agreement sworn by your forefathers. I will give them land flowing like honey. Okay, so what this is telling me, see how separate this is? So that's separate. And if I do 3 verses, sworn, they're not sworn. I need the word agreed here again. By your forefathers. Now, if I'm starting to do double text, I don't like doing that. So this, I'm not sure if it, don't need this. Agreed by your forefathers. I gave he gave them the land for their inheritance, and it's also a place of rest for them. So I don't know if I like these words here. Because I gave them land for your inheritance, their descendants as inheritance. Their descendants, their inheritance. Okay, let me see if I can spell these words right today. That's good. That one looks good too. Okay. But that, because how else could you not, how am I trying to say this? That when we talk about the commandments agreement, it is to stay off the land that was to give for, I will give them a land for their descendants to inherit. And it would be, I gave them land. Agreed to your fathers. So I gave them land. Although even if I add that in, that does sound like a good 3 verse. So let's see. If it's already said that it was going to be agreed by their forefathers on the day I led them out of Egypt. In order to confirm the agreement by your fathers. In order to confirm the agreement by your fathers. Okay. All I commanded you is to, in order to confirm. I'm not liking the word confirmed much here. This is verse 5, so right here it is. When I click on this word, I have this concordance that gives me all these other words. In order to establish, not confirm, in order to establish the agreement with my father, I gave them land for their descendants to inherit, flowing like honey. I gave them their land, flowing like honey, for their descendants to inherit. I could reverse that either way here. Put this below that, and it still sounds good, but that's keeping this verse. Also, agreement by the Father, the day I led them out of Egypt. Like I said, I was trying to see, I can put these two in different orders. But I didn't like the word confirm. In order to establish the agreement. No, how does that get over there? I don't know. I don't get that. I do the, oh, it's got to be separated. It's going to grab the first one. Okay. Led them out of the. Now, I can see that the word nation, he's making them a nation at this time. So I'm missing the word nation. So I can see the words my people. Okay, I'm going to take a time here and do that. Okay. If this is my people and nation, and nation is going to be all caps. Whoops, there's going to be like this. For them to be my people and nation. Then I don't need this. That's just stupid. For them to be, and I got to get rid of this. For them to be my people and nation. And in order to confirm the agreement by their fathers, I gave them, yes, that's telling the story as it is, because I got to get the word nation in there. I mean, I know the story, and I forgot to make that text. Okay, so this needs to be up, made black. Let's do that and then make it italic. In order to confirm the agreement by their fathers, so I don't need this word. I gave them a land. And I am going to put that below this. Flowing like honey for their descendants to inherit. Okay. Now that I've got that and I've got this one, this here, you do not do accordingly to all I commanded. This seems to want to go later in the text, but I don't need this. And then I can correct that later. But that is a piece that is stuck out here in the middle of nowhere. Okay? Because this reads with this as a 3-verse. These are too well grouped. Okay, now let's see here. This day. Oh, and that's how they ended the agreement. We've already gone past that point. No, that's funny because that seems to be the end of that story. Okay. So I know I have words above that I could probably find 3-verse that kind of fits right into that. And why he said to me, proclaim all these words in the cities of Judah and the streets of Jerusalem. See, this here is like herald to all the people. Herald to everyone, because that's pretty much what that's saying. These words. Okay, and I got to get that in there. That in there. Don't need this. Don't need this. Better word is herald. He would commanded me. Why he commanded me, herald to everyone these words. Now this is where he's going to go, but it says herald. He would know the area to do this in. So I don't need that. These words. And I could say from me, make it more personal or more first person. Now it seems like it's going to be repeated again. So this is telling me that this was told to them over and over, and I might have maybe 2 or 3 now of the same story here of the everlasting covenant or promises. Hear the words of my commandments covenant. You are to do them. I don't like that. You didn't saw me, for I warned your forefathers. In the days, has to be the word S on end. Can't make our creator a liar like the way they're trying to. In the days I led them. Now here they got the right word down into the next section. Led them from the land of Egypt. 3 verse. Even this day, even to this day is shortened to today now. Even to today. I don't know if I should have 2 twos in there. Even to today. Because he's talking about from there to then, so it has to be to today. Warned repeatedly. I don't need to go look for a word to help me get that. Repeatedly. So that is a better word than this word. Warned repeatedly. You are but you are to obey my voice, not just listen. Oh, here, did not obey. Okay. Um, okay, if this is just starting off and I've got a 3 verse, then this verse needs to go with that one because I'm thinking these two go together. Because I've got, when you say these, that's a good connection, but it could also be a good connection to go to the next verse. But I have to do this and say those two go together, and this one here goes together. So this would be 2 spaces. This is 1 space. Even to today, and then this is 2 spaces. Okay, I warned your forefathers in the days I led them from the land of Egypt, land for Egypt. Land for Egypt, even to today, warning them repeatedly. You are to listen to my commands, not just voice, it's commands. Here, even, okay, so that wraps those two up pretty good. Okay. Why have you commanded me, herald to everyone, these words from that's the way he would say it, words from me. Now now that he's heralding, it's going to be prophecy, because he's going to tell them that. I know that in the long run, he's going to tell them that you're getting kicked out. So yeah, this is pretty much saying the same thing. So prophesy in their hearing prophesy in their hearing the words and what I will do to them, and what he's going to tell them, the what, if they don't listen to him. So I have to have the word what, and what I will do, because he tells them that it's a promise. So this has to be like this. This has to be like this. There's this. So now this is the statement. And I guess if I add this on the end like that, would be good. Prophesy in their hearing the agreement of my, okay, so this would be like this. My, then it's got to be commandments here. Okay. Hearing, because that's what he's going to do. Talk about the agreement. So prophesy in their hearing their agreement. And then it's to forefathers. Okay. So yes, I just want to make sure I got it right. Agreement. So this is green and this is that. The agreement. Their agreement to my commandments. Okay. I can get rid of this word here. It's not that important to get it here, so it's reading smooth for me. Okay, then there's two, and then these two are connecting. It takes a while sometimes to start these off, because I don't know if they're 4-verse or 3-verse or how that's starting. Like this one was herald, and then it's herald this prophecy, or herald these words, or what did I have? What did I put there? Yeah, prophecy in their hearing, because it's talking about what happens if they don't, and that was coming about. Okay. rough start. Took me a while to get there, but that's what happens. Yet you did not obey. He's talking to them, so it has to be you. You did not obey or listen with your ear. With your ears. Listen with your ears. Now this is almost like it's got to be a 4-verse, because it wants to divide here, and I don't think there's enough to make 6 verses out of this. So this is bring. The prophecy is future, so it has to be a word bring. A lot of times I start with the easy corrections before I get going, so in case you notice any of that. Bring on them all. That's not working right here. So if this could maybe be the last of the statement here, because when I do this, I do get 3 through. Okay, let me see if that's going to work. You did not obey or listen with your ears. That's not a statement as 3 usually works. See, because all of a sudden I've got this. Each one walks stubbornly. You are not listening to my commands with your evil hearts. You did not obey. So if I bring this up as move verse up 1, 2, 3, 4, up 5. Make this 8. Put it here. And it would be your. So it's this. Your evil hearts. Okay. And I'm going to move this one over so it can be found. Separate it. Now, warn them repeatedly. You are listening You are to listen to my commands. I missed that too. To listen to my commands, but your evil hearts. But your evil hearts. By your evil hearts. By your evil hearts, you did not obey or listen. I had to make sure did was correct. Sorry about the hesitation. Listen with your heart ears. I want to say now, because of this, now you walk. I have to put the word now, whether I'm going to do it like this or not. I don't know. Now you, but now you live, not just walk. You got to live to walk. So it's the style, everyday type of thing. And you don't walk, you sleep. So I need to include that. Okay. Now you live. You live each. No, I'm going to take that and send that down. Now you live. If I put the word with one stubbornness, that would be able to be said. And this would be as a group. With one stubbornness. Therefore, I guess I'm going to need that. Therefore, I am bringing my words upon them. I am bringing disaster on them. Now you live with stubbornness for me to bring on your destruction. I'm going to put it your destruction. And I added that, but now you live with one stubbornness. I could use the word so. I guess that's better than so. I am bringing on your destruction. Okay, it needs to be now in the next group, but I don't know if I need that word there or not. Bring in your destruction. Every word. Um, well, I can see that these words here aren't going to make it. These words are already as a group. This has been said, which I commanded them not to do. I think this is out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be out. All right. They haven't turned back. They always followed our Creator because they were living on the promise, and the sons knew that. The tribe's sons knew that. So they were most obedient to our Creator. So they didn't go back and do this. The Egyptians that came with them might have kept that practice, but they didn't really know the practice. You have to be single, and our Creator brought families out. Okay. Um, and I don't need this. This seems to want to go out. This would be that bold, and then it would be in this color, and then I usually use a capital O after, oops, after other gods, and that would divide this. You no, and you have gone after, gone after. It's kind of like those two together means follow, and you have going after. Yeah, I guess it was. I can see the purpose of you seek them out to do this. Now, I know these two are hooking together like this, so I might as well put that there. Now, does this one you refuse to state the agreement? Um, Usually refused is to rebel. So, um, or the way I would make sure that the word rebelled is being used correctly at all times. Um, Now, if I do this, and I go like this, and then add these words on the end, you are refused, you rebelled and refused to hear my words. So for the end here, it has to be rebelled. Rebelled is to be against our Creator. Another one of those words. It's not because, anyways, let me get on with this. And it's going to have to be for, now that I'm reading it smoothly and with the right words, for you have gone after other gods. But that's a for verse because that one does go to this. Okay, so if this is for, this most likely is for. This could be a revealing too. Our Creator revealed to me their conspiracy is known. All this says known. Their conspiracy. I'm going to remove that. I might need that later. YV. Here is, so far the word is told. Okay. Told me their conspiracy. I know. I know. Their conspiracy, I know. Now this, among is known as among. I'm going to put the word Judeans here, and that is probably one of the first times I've done this so far. In Judeans, if you know, he's talking about those that have gone against this. And although I'm going to put Jews right in here right now. Among the Jews. Among, I'm going to, because it's going to be, among the foreigners. Foreigners, foreigner. among the foreigners, the Jews, and among the foreigners. They have rebelled and refused to hear my words for I guess I gotta change this back. They have gone after other gods. These got to be tribes or I just copy that and this is bad Israel. Small caps. The tribes for Judah are Israel, and the tribes for Judah have broken. It's almost like this text is telling me that the 12 commandments are known as the word covenant here. Not so much that it's have broken my commandments. Have broken the agreement. Agreement. Four verse? Yep, four verse. Judah have broken the agreement I made with their forefathers. Okay. But that means this has got to be 2 here. So, this is the disaster I was talking about that's going to come on them. So that's got to be here. This is already being said above. This, behold, I'll bring, and bringing who? That's what's missing here. I am bringing disaster, but who's going to cause the disaster? So bringing an army for your, it's got to be destruction in that. An army for your destruction. Which they will not be able to escape. Okay, that's 2. So now next 2 here. Yeah, it doesn't need to be here if I use that. It would be if they cry to me, I will not listen to them. Cities, usually. And here it says go cry to. So it's this here that's not needed because it's like already been said. So I'm going to put although here, although, like he knows they're going to cry to him. Although they will cry to me, I will cry out to me. It's a different form of crying. I want to make sure that when it's saying that they're going to be calling to our Creator, it's called out. So they will call out to me, and I will not listen to them. And this be out as well. To their gods. Not listen to me. I will not listen to them. So they, or then they, I'll just put it this way. So they will go and cry out to the gods, to the gods, to their gods and whomever they burn incense to, but they will not save them in the time of their disaster. Okay, that's reading pretty good. This has pretty much already been said, so I'm just gonna, don't need too much being repeated here. It's pretty much what's the story after this. We already know what the story is. Refused word, gone after other gods, again gone if those gods. So this here, to burn incense, see, that's just a doubling of the text. Therefore do not pray for this people, nor lift up a cry. I will not listen. See, this is out. But that would be to the prophet. The prophet isn't going to say, he's not going to say that to the prophet. The prophet just says, hey, that's the way it is. um, what right is my beloved in my house? Oh, our Creator is putting a female deity in the text. Sacrificial flesh. No, this is not true. Called your name a green olive tree? Beautiful fruit and form? Now you're a worthless branch. um, that's a kind of just a repeat of what's been said, or even less than what's been said. Nope. Mm. Uh, okay, now this text here, this is Jesus. Okay, that his name be remembered no more. So this is a 4 verse. So let me just make sure I've got and his name was Yah, by the way. That his name be remembered no more. That's what they were hoping to do. From the land of the living, let us cut off his. Let us cut his off from the land, which would be meaning the people. Now, who is the us? Us. This is not going to make it. So these two are together. So they don't mean the correct thing. If I use the word by here, get rid of this here, this here then reads together, saying, let us destroy them by cutting, let us destroy what's against him, against his. And this would be the time that they would be arguing about who is going to allow them into heaven. Either the practice that they have by meditating to have sex with a so-called female goddess, or Jesus just speaking the word and he comes and sends us into heaven. So let's see here. Plot against his, saying, let us destroy by cutting off his from the land of the living, that his name be remembered no more. Okay, now that's and this is kind of like, I know I know they devise plots against his. Let's destroy his by cutting him off. His. Let us destroy his by cutting him off from the land, by cut off, by removing knowledge of him. The cut off is going to mean that. So by going to have to use the word knowledge of him. And what I usually do is I bring this down, put it yellow, then I come down here and I'll put it in yellow here and say I've added this, because this are by removing, because isn't that what they done? I mean, it's kind of got to be obvious that that's what I'm putting back into the text. So they removing the knowledge by removing, boy, I said the word the, so the knowledge of him from the land of the living, that his name be remembered no more. Okay, now that is all truthful. Okay, now it's kind of like they thought I did not know they devised. They thought I did not. Oh, that's why I didn't. Mm. Um, if I put I knew, they devised plots against his, saying, let us destroy his. Okay. They thought their thoughts did not. Okay, that's okay. Their thoughts did not. No, they did not have thoughts. I knew. So if I take this word and then come over here and put it here, they did not have thoughts. I knew they devised. Okay. They did not have thoughts. I knew they devised plots against his, saying, least, okay, that's good too. Slowly. Okay. This is kind of being said stupidly, so again, remember him no more. And then the text has got to be saying what he's going to do to him, do to them. Let them see my vengeance on them. For you, this is our Creator. For to you I have committed my cause. Okay. This is not going to be said in the middle of when our Creator is talking. See, this is almost like what's going to be needed here. So that his name be remembered no more. But I, YV, will judge righteously. I don't see that being needed. What, that's supposedly being said by the prophet. I'm gonna say all that's out. And this, he's already been talking, so he's already said that. Remove the knowledge of him and living. And this is almost like do not prophesy in his name no more, which would be every prophet, when he tells them something, then he tells them at some time when in his lifetime, he will tell them that he is coming. You're still supposed to wait for him. Jesus is still coming. Wait for him. So, saying, do not prophesy of him. So, in the name of YV. Okay, so it's like who are seeking your life. Well, like I said, this is Jeremiah was thrown down a well that was empty of water, but was still mucky to die by the king's officials or advisors when he was surrounded by Babylon. He was also thrown in stockades when he went to Benjamin. The land, no, that would have been before, so that can't be. Okay, that has to be Isaiah. I'm thinking of not who I'm thinking of now. So Jeremiah, um, who who seek your life, saying, who seeks your life, saying. That wouldn't be said, so I'm going to get rid of that. That his name be remembered no more. And to whom they say, that his name be remembered no more, and to whom I want to try to connect that better by remembering his name no more, by saying to, because this who would be prophets. Okay, the prophets are coming to him. So that would be to my prophets saying. I think that's how I'm going to do that, and that is just out. This has to be to my prophets. And to my prophets. And to my prophets, they say, they said, not say, but they said. They said, do not prophesy him in the name YV, or die at our hand, or die by our hand. Okay, that's good. Oh, I'm also at the end of this one. So this is two groups. So I got to find the other part of this. And a remnant will be left for them, for I will bring disaster in the year of their punishment. It's going to be my remnant is going to be left after there. So my remnant will be left. As I bring on your, again, destruction, my remnant will be left as I bring on your destruction. Well, I can see that this is not cut yet. A remnant left to live in the land as I bring in your destruction. By the king of Babylon. By the army, I bring on your destruction. By the army by the army from, I'm going to just say Babylon. I don't know if that, I don't think that was the capital city of Babylon, by the way. Let me just quickly check here, and I'll bring you here when I get it up, because this is 23. I got to click a few more times. So, a place near Jerusalem? No way. No way. This is Babylon. I'll put it in. Yeah. In the year, I had to think of the timing of the year, and yeah, it's going to last like a 9-month siege. So it is correctly said when it says the year, in the year of their punishment. It's all going to happen. And I'm going to add the word but here. But my remnant will be left as I bring on, but his remnant is will be left. Okay. Or die. Young men, and this is already said. Sons has been said when it says young men, so their wives and daughters will die by famine. No. I get rid of that. They will die by the sword, or die by famine, because that's true as well. Older man, or no, has to be their younger. They're young men. They're not young. This has to be the word this. Was said by YV. Well, I gotta clear it first and make it green. Was said by YV. Therefore, this was said by YV. It's a 4-verse, so therefore, this was said by YV. Behold, I'm bringing about to punish him. What's the word, another word for about to punish them? I'm thinking that this needs to be all gone. This has to be gone. Behold, I am bringing behold, I am sending. I'm sending. About to punish. Let me go over here. That's what it's for. I gotta check because this doesn't sound right. this is, okay, the word about isn't in the text. The most important word is punish. And before that is behold. So the word about isn't in the text. So let me just get rid of that word because that was the sticking point for me. Behold, I am sending an army to, I can say punish them. This has to be mankind. Mankind will die by the sword. Oh, now, young. Okay, don't. Although, let me show you something here in the text. This you see as the word young, and it's got 2 times it's being used. But it's used as younger men. I have always believed that this word meant virgin males, pure virgin males, or virgin males. So this here, virgin men, virgin boys, virgin males. So if I, now that you know that, my understanding there, no thank you. Um, uh, Ben, no thanks. I'll do what I got to do right here. Thank you. Earn them on my own. So I'm going to put single mankind because he's called them adulterers for having this so-called sex with so-called female goddess as they meditate. So that's, I know I ripped through that real quick, but I've said it so often. Single mankind will die by the sword or by the famine. But now I do need this verse. I can't help it. I need that. Will die by the sword. Single mankind will die by the sword. I have to put or their sons and daughters will die by famine. And that's a 4 verse. So now let me go grab everything here for Jeremiah 11 and bring up the sheet that I'm using to clean everything. Put this here. Go down to about here. Put another marker in while I'm down here. Really, there wasn't that much of whole text that I got rid of, but I did get rid of quite a bit. Okay. Now I just got to grab that because I know I'm going to need that small space here. Now this is 3 verse. So I mean, actually, looks like it's going to want to continue. But I don't know if I'm going to, where I'm going to divide it. Well, let me get rid of that last one, take it down. Okay, now this reads as a group. And then this needs to be like this. Then you can see I'm missing the beginning. And that's like the prophecy or words that we've got down later. Man, hail these words from him. Cursed is man. It almost like it perfectly fits. And it's a 3 verse format. So, but I'm not going to move it right now because I got to test it to move it. See, because here it almost wants to continue as here. And then that would be 2. That would be 1. And then this. So here I've got that done. Don't need that anymore. I don't know if this is going to break here too or not. This here was for this to be grouped together. This is a 4 verse. I don't know how to cut that. I can cut it so many different ways. So I'm going to leave it like that. But this is going to be the end of this video. And like I said, I'm going to go through all these and clean them up. So you're going to, I know it's not all together for the video for just chapter 11. Makes it a little rougher on those in the future to have to come back and listen to that. But they'll have both of them there for them to do that. Okay. 3 verse, 3 verse, 3 verse, 3 verse, 3 verse, 3 verse, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. How come 4 right here? Yeah, that's real good for 4-verse starting. And then it would be this. And then I need 2 more 4 verses. Oh, I didn't edit this yet. I missed a whole bunch of text. So wait a second. And now these two would be 2. Oh, okay. Now if it's these two hooking together, that means the space needs to be here and a double space there. That's real good. And then a double space. But if this is in the middle of a 4-verse, so I'm missing a verse somewhere. Because I'm saying these two are hooking, these two hook together. And then if I put the word and here, I can think of the words that need to go above it, but I'm going to put this as this and show you the next text that needs to be put here, because this needs to be this here. And then when I bring it down, now this verse here, to their gods whomever they sacrifice and eat to their gods whomever they sacrifice and eat to and burn incense to, but they will not save them. Because these two connect. I had to connect something above with this one here, but I will say that's pretty much now 4-verse all the way through. And yes, so this needs to be, and now all the 4-verse is put together, and it does sound like it's in a row. And then this 3-verse and 4-verse above this one. So anyways, I guess that's what I'm going to go by and say that that's good enough. And that one didn't take too long. Gee, I'm doing better at this, speeding it up, not putting all my punctuations in. But have a good day. Talk to you later.